Thank you for listening to Comics for Fun and Profit. This is Kyle and Drew with your sneak peek at next week, episode number 700 for comics originally coming out January 11th and 12th, 2022. But before Drew and I get into what's coming up in your local comic book shops this coming Tuesday and Wednesday, Drew, did you ever think we'd make it to 700 episodes of this little podcast that you called me on a whim and said, what do you think about doing podcasts where we talk about comic books?
I know,
right? Like a Two Brothers podcast. And I was like, we'll do that a couple of times.
Sounds like I was just got done surfing and was smoking, blazing a fatty when I called you.
So
listen,
yeah, that's what it was. That's what I heard.
Yeah. It's like this internet radio thing.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, it's going to be the next big thing.
You'll talk, and I'll talk, and people will listen.
Yeah. So it's 2022.
Yeah.
Which that is officially our 10th year, right?
Yeah, decade.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know if it was like towards the end of the year when we started. I'd have to go way back in the archives. I'll have to go check with the C4FAP historian to see exactly when we started. But 2022, I think we started in 2012, so this would be our 10th year. So it's like our 10th anniversary, I guess, 10th anniversary year, and then like Image is celebrating their 30th year all year. We'll celebrate our 10 years all year, and we also have 700. We're kicking off the year with 700. That's kind of cool as we march towards Oblivion or 1,000 or whatever. So that'll be cool. A lot of hallmarks, all to start the new year. It's
Heck yeah.
really cool.
Means 2022 is, of course, going to be an amazing year.
It can't. There's nowhere to go but up, right?
That's right.
I mean, what else could happen? Let me throw that out there. How much worse could it get?
That is not a challenge, I'd like to make known.
No.
Just FYI.
No. What more evil things could happen to the world? So,
but anyways, Drew and I have been off for a couple weeks. We took Christmas off, and then one of us was threatened that we weren't allowed to do New Year's, so we didn't do New Year's. And so we took a couple weeks off. And just an FYI going forward, there will be some talk of spoilers as far as Hawkeye and its finality goes. There will be some spoiler talk as far as No Way Home and what it means, and there will be some spoiler talk on 2 episodes of the Book of Boba Fett. So just FYI, I'll yell spoiler alert before those sections to have you skip them. But just know that will be part of both of our, I assume, our look at our top 10s and heating ups and everything.
Yeah, it'll probably
as well.
that will be, some of that's been triggered by those. Yeah, so you haven't gone. If you want to be surprised, I don't know. Are there really any surprises in Spider-Man? I guess. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised.
There you go.
We loved it though, right?
Oh yeah, it was phenomenal.
I mean, it was a really good time. I'm glad I went to the theater, even though there were way too many people in it. We were out there on a Wednesday.
Yeah,
and
they no longer refill the popcorn because of COVID. That was the biggest kick in the balls.
You're still upset about that.
I'm still upset about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't do refills, but I paid the same price. Thanks for playing.
I believe I bought your concessions.
You did. Okay, I apologize.
So if anybody should be mad, it should be me.
You should be furious.
Yeah, it was so good. Was it the best of the Tom Holland?
Yes.
Yeah. And we liked the cameos.
Yeah.
We liked all the Sinister Five.
No, there were 6.
Who was the 6th?
Venom.
That doesn't count.
He was there, he just chose not to fight. But there were 6 that got pulled. 7 if you count the tree.
Okay, so you're counting Venom because of the mid-credit scene.
Correct. Well, he got pulled. There were 6 individuals who got pulled in to that verse that were enemies of Spider-Man. 5 of them chose to interact with Spider-Man. 1 of them chose to go on vacation to Mexico.
Gotcha. Okay.
But
all right.
We did have 6.
I did not even really put that together.
Mm.
And is that because Mysterio was killed in the last one, so he couldn't be the sixth. So they just
He doesn't fight as well since he's dead.
So they replaced him with Venom then.
Well, I mean, everybody that came through and did a fight was a non-Tom Holland bad guy. So you don't. So Mysterio is a Tom Holland bad guy. So he wasn't part of this.
I guess I'd have to study my Sinister Six lore on who has been in the Sinister Six. Is it locked in?
No,
it's always the Falcon, because
no,
there's no Falcon either, right?
And
it's always the Falcon.
Rhino every now and again, Mysterio every now and again.
But it's almost always Doc Ock, almost always the Falcon, almost always Hobgoblin, Green Goblin, one of the goblins.
Red Goblin, Grandma Goblin.
Yeah.
Son of Goblin. Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, and Sandman. I think is almost always in there. Yeah. Yeah, good stuff. I enjoyed that a lot.
We got a good retcon of Electro.
Yes, yeah. He doesn't have the bad comb over.
There you go.
He was funny. I enjoyed his scenes. Mm-hmm. I liked the humor. Mm-hmm. I laughed out loud several times.
Yep.
Really, I love Andrew Garfield. He is my favorite Spider-Man, not yours.
Your daughter both have a man crush on Andrew Garfield.
I love him.
It's the booty, isn't it?
I think it's just the hair, you know.
The coif.
The hair is just magnificent.
Something about a skateboarding Spider-Man.
Yeah. Just tall and lanky, I guess. Too tall and lanky for you.
That's right.
Yeah. Tobey Maguire held his own, though. I thought that was nice.
Yeah. I was surprised at how much I couldn't stop smiling when he came through.
Yeah, I enjoyed that too.
But all in all, phenomenal.
Anything you didn't like, you were like, wish they wouldn't have done that.
Nope, I liked it all.
What about killing off what's her face?
Yeah. Goodbye. He got his great power, great responsibility. Now we don't have to deal with that.
Yeah.
So that is all good. And now we go back and we will get his friendly neighborhood story, and then the Disney Plus series will handle his Spider origins for us, and we'll have a full-fledged everything.
Is it animated or real?
Animated is the Disney Plus series. It's called Freshman Year, so it will deal with the stuff we did not get in episode 1, where we did not get the spider bite. We did not get any of the other stuff.
Yeah, it sounds terrible.
Yep, that's why we're animating it.
Yeah, I don't want that at all. I did see the Miles trailer though, and Miles it's animated. It looks great.
The one with 2099?
Yeah. But I just saw there's like a scene with him and Gwen, and then they go on the town. And
ooh! There is something I hated about No Way Home.
Okay.
Most worthless post-credits scenes of all time. Both the mid and the end.
Yeah.
Completely stupid. Wish I hadn't waited. Completely make me not care about post-credits or mid-credits anymore.
Yeah, Sony doesn't do it right. So the mid-credit was basically the same scene that we got at the end of Venom.
Yeah, Venom bamfs out, but he leaves a chunk of symbiote.
Yeah, so it's basically the same scene.
So we have an ability for Venom to be in that world and not be Tom Hardy is what we have.
And then the post-credits
was a trailer.
Was basically just a trailer for Doctor Strange, and that's dumb. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
And I was mad that I waited because I'm sure that was already out.
Yep.
Or out simultaneously as a trailer. So that was lame. But other than that, they did a pretty good job. I hear they're going to do another trilogy.
Yes. That's
and the next trilogy will be non-MCU related then?
I would assume it would still be MCU because it's still the same dude. But who knows?
Oh, okay.
Because I would nobody knows him. He's able to detach from the Avengers easily.
Good, because I think I would like just to have some Spider-Man movies without a lot of guest stars. Yeah. That would be fun. Yeah. No more MCU people. They had their fun. They can do something else. They got their own fourth wave or fifth wave or whatever they're on to do.
We're currently on phase 4.
Yeah. Hawkeye?
Hawkeye, phenomenal. Went out. Echo did great. Set up her show very well. She's got herself a foil in that.
But we haven't got an official announcement that Echo's got a show.
Yeah, yes, we do.
I mean, like, just now, or we didn't know about it, though, right?
We did.
Like, we knew before... We knew
Hawkeye,
when, like,
there was an Echo.
we knew before Hawkeye even came on that there was going to be an Echo show.
Yes. Hence the reason there was so much scuttlebutt about Echo the whole time.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
It's all right. It's a lot going on.
Like we have, like I know She-Hulk's coming. I know Moon Knight's coming. I don't remember Echo being on the schedule anywhere.
Tis.
I think you're retconning your memory. I don't think that actually happened.
That is perfectly fine. You believe what it is you will.
Please.
Sir. It is irrelevant to me.
Okay. I'm gonna do a deep dive Google search. Then I'm gonna look for an article.
When was Echo and the series announced?
And that shows Echo being announced pre this show era.
Like on Disney Plus Day this year?
Yeah, was it even in that?
Yep.
Damn it. I didn't pay attention.
I know you didn't pay attention.
I'll have to look. I don't know. But yeah, I thought Haley Steinfeld did a fantastic job. She did a really good job. One of the touches I liked was as the show progressed and she got her ass kicked, like more and more bandages on her face. Clint.
Can we put a timeout right here? If you go to Marvel.com, Disney Day 2021, November 12th, 2021, Echo series starring Aquila Cox as Maya Lopez announced.
Yeah, that makes sense. 11-12, but not like back when they had the big show.
That was before Hawkeye started. Just FYI, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Like weeks before. That's like weeks before. I'm talking about like when we got the big slate of shows.
Your question to me was, did we know before Hawkeye? And I said yes.
And I said barely before or
no, you
way
said
before,
no,
like
it never happened. I learned about it Hawkeye style.
I'll go with that's fine. Disney Plus, Disney Day or whatever the hell. That's great.
And there were rumors before that, so we
that's not legitimately an early announcement.
Well, I could dig deeper.
Remember when we got all the Star Wars show announcements and we knew Boba was coming? It wasn't in that batch. So we knew Hawkeye, we knew Moon Knight, we knew Loki, we knew all those, and it was not in that batch, is what I'm saying. Right?
Sure.
Well, you're just telling me it wasn't until November when they decided, well, let's do this. So it's going to be all about, I guess, Echo and Kingpin.
Mm-hmm. And we're going to get the blind Kingpin and all that fun stuff.
Yeah. Will you want to watch that as much without the star power?
I mean, I'm obsessed with Hawkeye, so yeah, I mean, we're comparing apples to oranges here. I am very interested into it. I'm more interested in the what ifs of the world and the Agatha all alongs, if that's your question.
Well, yeah. I mean, getting Florence Pugh for like half this series really helped.
Oh yeah,
I thought. I mean, that really amped it up.
Well, especially if we're setting up Young Avengers.
Yeah, true. If we do Young Avengers, we're going to keep it on Disney Plus, or we're going to go big screen.
Both.
We can't do that. We haven't. We have no precedence for that, do we?
We do Young Avengers on the big screen, and then we do West Coast on the small.
That would be fun. That would be fun. I would like that. I don't think they could do that. That sounds really ridiculously expensive. Disney doesn't have enough money for that.
You think the kids that are playing Wicked and Speed are asking for tons of money? Is that what you're thinking?
Oh, I'm just thinking like production value wise, man. Well, I guess we've already we're shrunk down to a 6-episode season now. Mm-hmm. So I guess we can. You can.
Yep.
Yeah, sure. If you want to have a 6-episode season, you can do whatever you want.
100%.
Which is basically just a movie anyway at that point.
It's 3 movies.
some of these episodes are like half an hour.
They're median 40 minutes apiece, and you're getting 6 of them. 6 times 40, 240. I mean, you're getting
2 movies.
Okay,
2 movies.
We'll meet at 2 movies.
Definitely 2 movies.
A
Max.
movie and a sequel.
Only 2 movies. I will not. We're not rounding up. To 3. 2 movies. Okay. So really, one really bloated movie that needed editing.
You know what? No, I'm going 2 solid movies, because your average Marvel movie, your average regular movie, non-bloated Marvel, is 90 minutes. So I mean, you're getting some depth here.
Yeah. I don't know. Oh, I forget, what was the third thing we were going to talk about?
We're going to talk about Book of Boba Fett, number 2.
Oh, yeah. Very good stuff.
Yes. So
and you didn't like the first episode, and I did.
I was bored by the first episode. I was like, boy, I hope more happens here.
Because it was only like 30 minutes, too, so it didn't even... It just kind of flew by, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. I like that 6-legged thing that he killed, and we get to get some Sand People backstory. That's fun. Get to see him come out of the Sarlacc pit. That was awesome. And then I'm hearing the chatter. Nobody liked that first episode.
Again, it was good, but it was filler, and it was like, I mean, we didn't get anybody new really that I cared about, and nothing really popped. You know, I liked how the first season, with Mandalorian, were very Western focused. With this one, it's very almost biblical, very it's Lawrence of Arabia feels that with a lot of things.
Gotcha.
So I really liked that, and really came back with the second one. The first appearance of Black Chrysanthemum really got me going. I was super excited about that.
This is the Chewbacca.
Big Dark Wookiee, yes.
Yeah.
Now, my question is, dear brother, Marvel did not like Black Dwarf when it came to Guardians of the Galaxy. So they retconned all the names. Are they going to allow Black Chrysanthemum?
That's going to be his name.
That is his name.
Okay. And whether they're going to refer to him as that?
Yeah, he's canonically that. But we also had some of the henchmen in Guardians. You know, one's name was Black Dwarf and stuff like that, and they changed him because they did not want to say Black Dwarf.
So it's Black Chrysanthemum?
I call him chrysanthemum because that's what always.
That's like the flower.
Yeah, but it's chrysanthemum.
Chrysanthemum. So why do they just say chrysanthemum?
That's what I assume they're going to do. That's why I was just curious what your thoughts.
Just chop the black off if it's problematic.
That sentence didn't go over well. But yeah, so I was excited to see that, and of course his first appearance in the 2015 Vader series, issue number 1, of which I have a bunch. I have a couple issues of the first cover A. I have multiple issues of the exclusive GameStop cover. I blew a bunch of points on when they were doing cool covers at the time, which are going for a pretty good amount on the eBay as well. This was also the point in time where we bought director's cuts, so we bought the director's cut of issue 1 as well. So I have quite a bit of those, so that's very cool to see. Spoilers if you did not read Vader, Dr. Aphra, or Kenobi. Okay, we're going to talk a bit about what happened in those comics and what we know as comic readers looking at Chrysanthemum.
Okay.
So we're reading comics that are current continuity, correct?
Sure.
Okay. So we know that Boba Fett worked with Black Chrysanthemum before, and he and Black Chrysanthemum were both hired by Vader at multiple times. So we know that they know each other. We know that they've worked together. We know that they have a history. We know that when he sees him, that Gladiator and Goliath and that little dig he gives him came from an actual storyline that we know. Okay?
Yeah.
If you look closely at Chrysanthemum, he has a scar over his eye. We know that he got in a lightsaber fight with Ben Kenobi because he at one point was hired to kidnap Uncle Owen as well.
Okay.
And we know that he has close ties with Aphra as well.
Ooh.
Okay. So from this, we can infer that both he and Boba Fett know each other. So it's not, there's going to be the ability to chit-chat it out, or perhaps they're going to be on the same side when this is all said and done. Or I don't know what that's going to get from that. We do,
or
have,
they already have a relationship, and
exactly.
so it's a old double cross.
Exactly.
On the Hutt
He's
twin.
a plant, perhaps. Yes.
Gotcha.
That kind of thing. And then there's the Jedi legacy, where he ties into all that fun stuff and knows Obi-Wan and all that thing. So
Yeah.
there's just some very cool lineage there that we already have, that's already canonical, going into this.
Help me with the timeline. Okay, so Boba in as the Diamo and taking over for
All of
Jabba
this
would be
happens after
post-
Jedi. This is all after Jedi.
right.
But 15 years before the latest trilogy.
Right. Okay. Right. So that yeah. So it's in the same Mandalorian time, right?
Yeah. So the Empire has quote unquote fallen. So new people
Was
are picking
Mandalorian
up.
after Jedi?
Yes, this is all after Jedi.
Okay, so it's all after Jedi, except for these. Well, no. Even him getting out of the sand, out of the Sarlacc pit,
He would have. He seemed
would have
like
been
he got
Jedi.
out very soon because the skiff is still there. So that would have been after Empire, pre-Jedi or whatever. So that would have been at that time he was with the Tuskens.
Yeah.
By the time that we meet him and he gets his armor back in Din Djarin and Mandalorian, we are post-Jedi.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. So we're post Mandalorian because that's how he got his armor back. Right.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
And then he
we
went
know
back.
Yeah. At the end of season 2 is when he went back, knocked off what's his face, and took over the throne. Bib Fortuna.
Yeah. Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. Who are the green tusked pigs again? Are they palace guards?
Yes, those are Gamorreans. So they were originally Jabba the Hutt's security team. They were loyal to Jabba. They then went to Bib Fortuna, and they were loyal to Bib Fortuna. And now they are loyal to
I had
Fett.
that action figure, but I can't remember. I didn't remember like where it was from.
Okay, I thought
So
you were going to
it was a Jedi
breaking it, but yeah.
No, well, eventually they all went into Kyle's hands and became destroyed. But it was a Jedi era.
Yes.
Action figure, right?
Yes.
Not Empire. Okay.
Correct. Well, I don't know if there was some early stuff or
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
I was a bit young at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, but it crammed a lot in.
Mm-hmm.
That episode, that second episode.
Yeah, and we also have. So I was talking about the Darth Vader #1.
Right.
There is also a variant of Star Wars 13 that is Black Chrysanthemum's first cover.
Okay. So
Cover C,
you're
things
all
like
in.
that.
You're thinking the Wookiee is going to have a big role this season.
We are teasing Aphra. I think Aphra is going to hit hard. Aphra is easy to do. Aphra is essentially just Indiana Jones in space. There's a lot you can do with that.
Gotcha.
So I'm hoping Aphra comes with droids. I'm hoping Aphra comes with a team
Oh,
of Black
murder
Chrysanthemum.
droids would be
And
fantastic.
if we get all of that, I'm all in on Aphra. Also, I own 2 copies of Dr. Aphra's first appearance, which are already booked at $200 a piece. So I'm rooting for her.
You're definitely rooting for it, yeah.
Correct. So, just FYI.
Was Aphra in Vader? First appearance in Vader?
Yeah, Vader 4.
Vader 4. That's right.
Yep.
So, I'm assuming we might see some of this movement in the upcoming lists.
I assume so because I already peeked into actual eBay myself to look at what my books were going to be worth, and I was like, "Ooh, those are moving
Ooh, you're happy. Nice.
good." Yeah.
We did get some feedback that since we were been off for so long, it's very dated. But I'm gonna.
Yeah. Sorry, we're cramming a lot into this, but we just kind of wanted to catch you up since we've been off.
We've been off for 2 weeks, so.
We don't normally do that to y'all.
Yeah, this is from Aaron Churchill, and he sends in some feedback and questions. He wants to weigh in on the ratio debate for Kyle's picks. So he wants.
All right.
He understands not making a ratio the pick of the week because one has no idea if the LCS how the LCS will price them.
Correct.
However, as a compromise, we should get to hear Kyle's recommendations on FOC, especially given that Cowabunga actually provide the fair market value up front. Then your listeners
Not like
can
our
have their
LCS
chance.
up the road who waits till it hits, pulls up eBay, and then decides whether they'll sell it to you or not.
Yes, that dickhead. Then your listeners can up their chances for the profit side of your podcast. Thank you for your input. No, we're not going to do that.
Jackhole.
We're not going to do that. No, it's not legitimate speculation.
Explain.
It's like saying, I think I'm going to buy a gold bar, and then it will increase in value. Well, no shit. Your gold bar will obviously
Stop.
because it's built-in scarcity. And it's already a valuable metal. Yeah. Your gold bar will increase. We're not going to do that. That's dumb. So
But
no,
here we go.
not
So
you, Aaron. You're not dumb. Kyle's continuing to lobby for ratios is dumb.
So, when we talk about, I recommend a Nightwing book, and I say it's going to go up in price, then the bar for that to go up in price is $4, because that's what we paid for it.
Right.
So, if it goes up to 8, it's a win because you're doubling your investment in my mind.
Right.
On any ratio, you and I already know that we set it at the ratio. So, if I recommend a 1 in 25, its value starts at 25, and if it doesn't go up to double that or up like that, it's not a win. So the DC is higher on that kind of thing. So there's extra difficulty in with it.
There's such volatility in even securing one.
Yes.
Like a Midtown will probably sell them to you at cover versus like our LCS would up the road that's going to gouge you. I don't know, man. I don't.
And we
like
used to walk into our previous LCS and get 1 in 25s for $7.
Yes, or in the bins because they didn't know they were what they were.
Yeah.
Miss those days.
Yeah.
I don't think so. No ratios.
So in your mind, we shouldn't talk about the timeless variant that's going nuts because we don't do ratios.
No, we can talk about it. They're cool. We can't make them picks.
I knew that. Like
you
I would have
can't
told.
walk
I
into
would have
Joe
said,
six.
If you see that, pick it up. And I'd have been right, and I would have helped somebody out, and they'd have made money, and it would have saved the surgery on their child, and their family would have been happy. But no, I can't say that.
It's not a regular comic that you can go pick up.
Okay,
normally.
so then we can't pick anything Black Mask. We can't pick anything Bad Idea. We can't pick anything.
Well, Bad Idea, no, we can't because they don't. No, I guess you could, but
Why? You can't just go in and pick it up.
Well, if they were in previews, they were independently orderable.
Ratioed comics are in previews,
but they would never be on our list. Then, if you can't get them from a retailer, they would never be on the FOC list, and they would never be on the sneak peek list. If you couldn't get them from Diamond or another distributor, right?
Bad
Ideas
go through
did fall
certain
off.
distributors. Not every distributor can do them.
But Bad Idea, the old Bad Idea. The new Bad Idea is going to self-distribute. So I don't even know what that means for how anybody even gets them.
Yes.
But anyway, I don't like it.
So this is your
this is Aaron
you kicking the ball into the woods and going home.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It's me saying I don't like it, but now there's a second voice. There's a second voice that echoes your
Please
whininess.
send your thoughtful emails to
I can
Drew
be persuaded.
at Comics for Fun and Profit. That's not any. Just I don't know. Find a way to send
It's
it.
not. Yeah, that's not how you get anything to me. But you can reach us on Twitter, Facebook, or email us comicsforfunandprofit@gmail.com. And if you want to plead the case for FOCs being included, FOCs for ratio variance being included as a pick for either the FOC or, God forbid, the sneak. I will listen. I'm listening to Aaron.
So like
Aaron's
10
making a
extra
point.
people come in and they're on my side. Are you still gonna go not enough?
No, if it's 10, Christ, yeah, okay. If 10 people say it's a great idea, we'd like that. I'll do it for sure. I'll let you do it. I will never pick one because they're super stupid.
Did you see the Moon Knight? Never. I'm not even gonna tell you about the Moon Knight coming up. Never mind. You don't get it now.
I like them, but it just flies in the face of the fun side of comics for fun and profit. It just flies in the face of it because you're overpaying for a cover, and you're getting this. It's the same story.
Overpaying. There are some ratios I would kill to have now.
I know. You're more of the profit side. I get it. I need the listeners to talk me off the ledge.
I need
more
listeners
than more
to
than
push
Aaron.
you over the ledge.
More than Aaron. Okay. So, second part of his question. Are there any good buys or sells you might be able to share of late? No. I don't have any. Kyle might. Just fun to hear any possible wins or fun potential spec buys of late. Any trends or recommendations? Well, Kyle did just share a bunch of spec buys that he made previously that now have spiked out the wazoo with his Star Wars stuff. So, the Darth Vader 4s and Dark Dr. Aphra's may be huge.
And we have a bunch of the people that Bosk belongs to. We're seeing a bunch of them in Book of Boba Fett, so I'm thinking we may get Bosk to pop. So he has a first appearance. I'm sure I got to look up too.
Yeah, I got a big stack of comics over here that might be some winners in there. I think there are, but we took 2 weeks off, so I haven't done much of anything lately. Third, have you heard of MySlabs.com? Heard it from a comic book YouTube show. 1% fees. So instead of eBay's crazy, but sadly currently inescapable fees. So MySlabs.com, you can sell comics for 1%, a 1% fee.
Oh.
We have to check that out.
And
that
since
sounds
they're
pretty
slabbed, that kind of gives some validation to them.
good. Yeah. Fourth, have you heard or used the Whatnot app? Well,
I have. I've had Whatnot for a long time.
Great new platform for buying and selling comics. Again, just sharing. Yeah, we noticed that one of our sites that we get spec lists from was sponsored by Whatnot, and they went nuts pimping them out one week, and it was awful. So I was really turned off. But Kyle, you're saying you've since tried it?
Oh, I've had it a long time. I had it before that. Whatnot's not new.
Oh. And you like it?
Yeah. I mean, it's just another one of those. I mean, unfortunately, we live in the sticks where there's not a lot of people around, so you're still doing shipping and stuff. I like those when you can find people close to you and go and get collections and stuff like that. But yeah, any of those different sales platforms I think are really cool.
Yeah, I know. Adam was talking about my comic shops, like kind of like consignment system or sales system, and how well it worked for him. I need to check that out as well. Let's see, Drew, any NFT digital updates or buys since your podcast on those? I joined Vive and have made a few and have made a few purchases, basically sticking to the $6.99 comics. But all of them have gone up in value to some degree. Just buying and holding without getting in too deep, waiting out the future potential. I'm curious to your thoughts and experience. Any other sites or recommended places to purchase? Not really. I was really interested in the. That's why we brought Wolf on. Wanted to talk about it, learn more. I did do some of the DC stuff where they were doing giveaways, and so I have those somewhere in a blockchain in the cloud. I don't know. I have to figure out. I have to find my password so that I can look at them again. And it was fun. It was neat. But I haven't done anything more than that. So Wolf Warner is your guy for those questions. He's really cool about sharing his information and helping people out. So if you have any information, just find him on Twitter, Wolf Warner, and ask him, because he knows what's up. He's been doing it for a while. I think Adam on the site too has been doing some Top Shot stuff. So he's been dabbling in NFTs as well. So, and I think there was another guy on there too. So, yeah, you might want to ask on our Slack channel and get some information from that. But I haven't been doing much. Kyle, I'm guessing you haven't done any. Nope. Last recommendation.
But I'm looking at my slabs and thinking, why would I not just put my slabs on here and see what that's pretty cool.
Yeah, 1%. I'd give 1%'s easy.
Heck yeah. Okay, sorry.
Last recommendation: Comic Art Live is a YouTube channel. They do a Dueling Dealers Weekly on YouTube. Great art by two sellers that battle for your dollars. I've yet to purchase anything, but watch the 2-hour show weekly to see great comic art and at great prices. If you have ever wanted to buy original art, highly recommend. Or you just do what I do and watch it to see some crazy good art.
Very cool.
Very cool. It does sound kind of neat. And then lastly, thank you for the entertainment and great podcast every week. Showing up and being here week after week has been a great experience for years now. Sincerely, Aaron P. Churchill. We appreciate that, Aaron. Except for the last 2 weeks, we didn't show up, but we still put some entertainment out, thanks to Jason, and thanks to the patrons for making that possible. So we thank all of you guys that contribute to patreon.com/comicsfunprofit. If you want to join, please do so at any level, and we'll get you. Well, there's no more contests. Oh, I needed to pick the December winner. I got to do that. Okay. By this time next week, we'll have picked the December winner out of our patrons. That'll win that final slab, the 9.8 slab that Adam donated. So we're excited about that. He has a great list of cool stuff. But you can also, you might win stuff in the future. We've had a lot of contests going for the last year, so we might do it again sometime. But we also have our Slack channel. We have lots of early episodes that you have access to, exclusive episodes that never hear the go out into the internet outside of our Patreon site, and lots of other fun free swag and polls and cool stuff like that. So if you want to be a part of that, go to Patreon and check it out and join it at a level. We'd love to have more patrons. Kyle,
can I go
I think
on one more rant?
Yeah, sure. Is it against me? Is it like how much you hate your brother?
No. I'll save that for my own private podcast, and I just record those and send them to your wife. Bad Idea Comics.
Yeah.
I want nothing but horrible things to happen to them. Did you see the invisible comic thing?
No, I didn't see that.
Okay.
Tell me.
They CGC slabbed blank acetate and sold them as invisible comics to try to get thousands of dollars.
Did they get it?
I don't know, and I hope not. I hope everything about them failed. And they intentionally made some bad condition ones in like 0.5s and stupid stuff like that. And if you bought one, come on, man.
It's Bad Idea. I mean, it's in the name.
Yeah.
It's they do this stuff on purpose.
Do they?
And it keeps them in the zeitgeist. I have been turned. I hate them.
That's okay. I'm allowed to hate them. I try not to.
I hate them, and I hate Black Mask now. So Black Mask
because
doesn't.
We try to stay positive. We really do.
Yeah. Well, mostly.
Yeah.
But yeah, for a couple of these places, you know, not happy. Oh, you're sending me a picture of the. Oh my goodness, the blank seats, the Invisible Comics. That's terrible. Oh my god. Please don't buy that, anyone. But yeah, Black Mass just did one dumb thing after another, and they've alienated Eric from Cowabunga, the nicest comic shop owner in the world. And if you alienate Eric, that's you. It's a you problem, because he's a good dude, and he doesn't want to work with them anymore.
Yeah.
He doesn't. And he bent over backwards to become a retailer for them and get comics for his customers, and bent over backwards, and then they fired all their retailers.
Yeah.
And they're just doing dumb stuff, and I know it's just publicity, but it's just so awful that I hate it. It just makes me mad. And I don't want them to succeed either. And so I've got my ENIACs and 2 or 3 others because I played ball with them last year.
Mm-hmm.
But it's new year, new Drew. No way. Not playing any games with Bad Idea this time.
And I'm mad at CGC for even wasting their time encapsulating these. They're far enough behind on people's real books. Don't put up with this crap.
Yeah. And speaking of, they raised their prices again, and Adam did a patron episode talking about, because he's a kind of like our go-to in all things CGC, because he does a lot of CGC.
He does. He's awesome with that.
He knows it.
And he was right before the last price hike. He saw everything coming.
Yep. And so there's an episode that he's on that you'll hear pretty soon. Maybe before this. I got to get my ducks in a row here. But yeah, so that's really interesting and going to be kind of cool to see how that goes, because at some point, is it worth $40 to slab a modern comic that that's not going to be worth. You'll be lucky to get 45 out of it, right? Mm-hmm. So it's $40 in your slabbing.
Well, and we keep seeing situations where you're able to buy slabbed books pre. So as it goes on sale, I want to buy a 9.8 direct from as well. Is that going to change the way that business structure goes, or?
Yeah. Crazy.
Hey.
Yeah, let's get into our show.
Oh yeah, we got to do that too.
Before Dawn gets here.
I'm sorry.
So we're going to start with the DC Connect. We've got the January DC Connect. So these are comics come out in March. In March, the release schedule starts to loosen up a little bit. We're starting to get some good stuff.
There you go.
So let's see what DC has for us. Great Superman cover with Mark Waid and Dan Moore on the cover. Ooh, can't wait to get to that. What is that? But no, we're going to bury that one. That one's not going to be first. We're going to start with Josh
awesome.
Williamson's Batman 121, which is the conclusion to the Abyss arc.
Okay.
I've only read one of the Josh Williamson Batman so far, and it's okay. Nothing wrong with it. Tom King gets another Batman series. This time it's called Killing Time, with David Marquez on art. 3 villains, 1 dark night, and a deadly heist gone wrong. Catwoman, the Riddler, and the Penguin. Yeah. Catwoman, the Riddler, and the Penguin together. So this is before the Bat-Cat team up. So I'm hoping the Bat-Cat 12 issue is over by now. That'd be weird for poor Tom King to have to be writing about Catwoman in love with him, and then also.
I'm sure that arc's finished, whether DC's put it out in time. Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's long gone.
Yeah, he's locked his and moved on with his life.
Yeah.
Here's
great art
World's
though.
Finest.
Looking real good. Now, then we get to World's Finest. Mark Waid back in the fold. He had the long-running feud with was it Didio. They just didn't see eye to eye, so he didn't work for DC anymore. He's gone, and now Mark Waid can come back to DC, which is really cool. Dan Mora on art interiors too. That's going to be fantastic. That's going to be fantastic. So we're going to get Batman and Superman stories in World's Finest relaunch. It's going to do really well at first, and like all pseudo anthology books, it's going to slowly fall down. I love them, but it won't have the sustained sales. I hope I'm wrong. I'm wrong.
Drew, we have a one. Oh, there it is. The 1 in 100 Seinfeld variant. Jerry Seinfeld and the Batmobile getting coffee.
That's dumb.
All right, I wasn't sure where you were going to go now. I thought maybe you'd like it. Never mind.
No. I like the Chip Zdarsky covers better.
Yeah, I love that art germ. That art germ is awesome.
Which one is that?
If you look at the very first page to the left, it's the Batgirl, Supergirl.
Oh yeah, that's also nice.
Yeah, cannot beat that. That's dope. And I like the cover A. Cover A is really good too.
Oh,
the classic stuff.
Yeah, it's good stuff. I will love that. I would love that comic and be glad it's back. I would have rather had like Brave and the Bold maybe with some maybe more variations in characters, but I bet you they do a lot of cool characters.
Yeah,
a lot of older characters you haven't seen for a while. That'll be fun.
And but do you like the 1 in 25 slap variant?
Yes, I said I did. I like both the Zdarsky's.
That's Zdarsky. Gotcha. That's the Zdarsky.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, people are going to be excited about this. I am too. I can't wait, and I love this sort of thing. And hopefully they dredge up some cool old stuff. Mark Waid's a great writer, and if he can get a good run going, it's going to be a lot of fun. So, yeah, definitely check that out.
Sorry.
I thought you were going to say something about World's Finest. You have anything else to say?
Just sneezed.
Just a sneeze. Gotcha. We've got a new Sean Murphy. I skipped the Harley Quinn that he did, the White Knight Harley Quinn. So which one is what is this now?
So they immediately threw me for a loop because I see Batman Beyond, and I thought, oh, it's Terry McGinnis. No, Batman Beyond the White Knight. So I thought we'd switch to Terry McGinnis because we have him on the cover. So I immediately was that, and then I read Bruce Wayne, and I'm like, wait, no, and then I see Terry McGinnis, I assume, right there in the middle. So I have no clue what's going on here.
Yeah. So I mean, I read the first two White Knights that he did, and I loved the first one, liked the second one, skipped the third one. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna hop them back in. They're great to look at, but I don't know that I like the storytelling as much.
There you go. But I like that they're DC Black Label, and it's 8-issue series, so he's getting plenty of legs to do what he wants with it.
Yeah, I still don't understand Black Label. Yeah. I thought it was 3 issues. It used to be 3 issues oversized. Now it's anything goes. Whatever. But look at those interiors; they look fantastic.
Yeah. Speaking of fantastic looking, Detective Comics 1055.
Is that Bermejo cover, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
God, that's beautiful. Both of those being Bermejos? Does he have two? Oh, yeah, it's two different issues.
Yeah.
Wow, what is that?
And these are the ones that have the backup. These have the backup by Matthew Rosenberg.
Yeah.
So that's why we're paying the $5.
Just some cool there's some top secret variant covers too for some reason.
There you go.
Oh, that's right. This is that weekly, so we're finishing Shadow of the Bat, aren't we?
Yep. Or did we already finish Shadow of the Bat?
No, it's 12 weeklies, so I think this might do it.
Okay.
Dramatic conclusion, finale of.
Gotcha.
Yeah. What is Phase Clan?
Okay, FaZe Clan, the world's most prominent and influential esports and gaming organization, joins forces with Gotham City's heroes for a once-in-a-lifetime adventure. A new enemy has emerged, and the Dark Knight must call on the world's greatest gamers to help. FaZe founders Rain, Apex, Banks, Temper, and other members of the team unite and gain new abilities to combat an escalating digital threat. Will Batman, Nightwing, Robin, Batwoman, Batwing, and the members of the FaZe clan be enough to stop the Riddler's devious scheme? I've never felt older than reading this.
I think I'm right there with you. Okay.
I like esports, but I don't follow it enough, and DC's clinging.
So these
to
guys
what
are
cling.
these guys are recognizable then on the covers. These are like real people, real esport people.
Real esport people, but like esports is a kind of a niche thing, so who knows? Like I got the Fortnite collab, that made millions of tons of sense.
Oh, you were all in for that.
This I don't get as well.
So I don't know who any of these people are, and I don't. So these are video gamers.
Professionals. These are the people that play professionally in professional tournaments and esports. Tournaments.
And the only one I know is Ninja, and I don't see him here.
Correct. He is not part of FaZe.
FaZe is actually a real thing.
Yeah, that's a team.
That's a team. Okay, so this is written by Josh Truillo, with art by Scott Eaton and Norm Rapund, and a cover by Tyler Kirkham. It's $4. Comes out on the 20th. Kyle, I don't think I could. I don't even think I want to read this.
There's no reason.
Do you want to read? Do you want to read this?
No.
I mean, like, if somebody handed it to you, like, you want to check this out? Would you do it?
Nope.
It's just like not for
I'm
me,
not against
right?
it. I just, if I were reading nothing else, sure, but I've got other things to read. And
I would never.
Got other things to read.
I think there's too much stuff that I want to read before I would want to read this.
Yeah.
Sorry, FaZe Clan.
Things like Shadow War Alpha #1 by Joshua Williamson, art by Victor Bogdanovich, and a John Boy Myers cover that I really like. When Deathstroke assassinates Ra's al Ghul, Talia al Ghul demands revenge and sends her League of Shadows to kill Deathstroke and Deathstroke Incorporated. Batman and Robin must team up to track down Deathstroke and bring him to justice, but do they? Expect over-the-top fights, action, mystery, and betrayal as this crossover event creates a major impact on the DCU. The action continues in April with Batman 122, so this will cross over with Batman 122 apparently.
So, of course, we just got done with Fear State.
Yeah.
And now we're going to go Shadow War. So we did a Fear State Alpha and Omega with a bunch of tie-ins, and incredibly long. And now we have Shadow War Alpha, and we're gonna have. I'm guessing we'll have an Omega, and oh man, I don't want to do this again already. Doggone it! Stop
Naomi Season 2, just in time for the TV stuff.
Okay, so Bendis, I was thinking they were phasing Bendis out, and he was taking his creator-owned stuff somewhere else. I can't remember where. Was it Image? I don't remember. I remember where he took his line of stuff with Pearl and everything. But this is still here, and we're starting a new. Okay, that's good. That's good. Can only. I want good things to happen with this character.
There we go.
I mean, it's already $100 book, right?
And it was well written. It was super well done.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know why it took so long, but yeah, look, give me season 2. I'm excited about that.
Trial of the Amazons #1, a 2-issue series written by Becky Cloonan, Michael Conrad, Joel Jones, Vita Alanya, Stephanie Williams, with art by Joel Jones, Elena Casagrande, Laura Braga, and Skylar Patridge. We have some dope Rose Besh variants. I do like those. You know I like those.
Yep.
We got some Jen Bartel variants as well. I like those. Can't beat that. So this is the events of Nubia after the events of Nubia and the Amazons.
Yeah. Which is ending in the next page, I guess.
Yeah. So
if it's just a 6-issue series, I don't know.
this is
Yeah.
Nubia and the Amazons is 606.
You know, I'm like Two-Face here. I like anthologies.
Flip the coin.
And I don't like anthologies. So sometimes I really like anthologies, like a World's Finest or a Brave and the Bold, or a Marvel Team Up, or a Marvel 2-in-1, something like that. Those are fun. Like those. I don't know that I like ones with like 50 writers each doing a little part of it. I don't know if I like those kinds as much.
I like the International Women's Day cover for Wonder Woman 785. I think that's a very good cover.
Oh, okay. That's like all the Amazons,
I believe so.
or the Nubias and the Amazons. I haven't been reading, obviously.
To quote directly from Mallrats, what's a Nubian?
There you go. Trial of the Amazons, Wonder Girl. What's going on there?
Joelle Jones.
Yeah. So she did Wonder Girl, right?
Yes. Well, she did those trade style ones, that 3-issue series.
Yeah. Yara Flor and the Escacita have officially arrived in the world of Amazon. Oh, Godspeed.
So there are 2 issues of this Trial of the Amazons Wonder Girl #1, and these are part 4 of the Trial of the Amazons. So while there are 2 issues here, they're part of a larger interlocking main thingy.
Oh my! What's with all the Wonder Woman stuff? Is it her anniversary or something?
No, International Women's Day. Actually, I have no idea.
Could be all about that.
Yeah, I feel like we've already done the 750 of her and everything. Celebrating International Women's Day with Wonder Woman. That's all. Well, what's on the next page? Sensational Wonder Woman Special #1. Wonder Woman stars in 3 sensational stories that will push her to the limits. Will the Amazon Princess come out on top after battling the likes of Circe, Blue Snowman, and Train of Doom? Join us in this celebration of all things Wonder Woman for International Women's Day.
Cool. War for Earth 3, #1 by Robbie Thompson.
War for Earth 3, #1.
That's what did I say?
You said War for Earth 3, #1. I was reading it and I got confused.
The hyphen was a little extra
pause. So what's Earth there. 3?
Oh, Earth.
Home of the Crime Syndicate. There we go. All right, I'm back on.
Yeah,
I read that
but
one. I did
and
read
others
that.
and others.
I know, but that's what we know it the most for.
Yes, exactly. Robbie Thompson and Dennis Hope was doing the writing. Steve Pugh on art. Quality there. It's a $6 book, only a 2-issue series.
And not Black Label.
It looks good though. Teen Titans, Flash, Suicide Squad all collide on Earth 3, home of the crime syndicate, on the hunt for former Task Force-esque mastermind Amanda Waller. Okay.
And both of these are out the same month. War for Earth 3, #2, comes out 3/29, and 1 comes out 3/1. So both of these are previews.
It's a 5-part weekly event. So what is it? What's the middle part?
$12 for 96 pages of story.
So so I guess we're reviewing Suicide Squad 13, crossing over with Flash 780, with Teen Titans Academy, to connect with the 2 War for Earth 3s for those 5 issues every week of the month.
So if you want to have all of the connecting covers, you've got to spend $6, $12, $16, $20, $24.
And they're all Virgins too, right? The Virgin connecting?
I believe
so. That would look really good on the wall, wouldn't it? That's really nice. Yeah, that looks cool. I guess I'll know more. I'll read #1, and then that'll tell me if I need to read the rest, right? And do the crossovers.
Yes. All right. I really like the look of this next one.
Okay.
Rogues #1 by Joshua Williamson. Art by Leo Max. And the cover is Sam Wolf Conley, but this is not our final art on this trade dress cover. 10 years ago, the Rogues disbanded and went their separate ways, but time hasn't been kind to their former blue-collar super criminals, caught in an endless cycle of prison, rehab, and dead-end jobs, broken relationships, probation, and endless restitution fees. The Rogues are sick of paying for their crimes. Luckily, Captain Cold has a plan. One last job that will leave them all richer than their wildest dreams and free from their past. If they can survive. This is the Rogues as you've never seen them before. Reimagined by the incredible talents of master storyteller Leo Max, which we know from Basket Full of Heads, and Joshua Williamson we know from Batman, Flash, and Infinite Frontier. DC Black Label presents Rogues, a neo-noir heist that will make your blood run cold. I love the look of Captain Cold on this front. He's older, he's run down. I thought that's pretty dope.
Yeah, it looks really good. I'll definitely check this one out, even though it's $7.
$7, 48 pages, 4 issues.
But it's 2 comics, so...
Yeah. And there's something about putting it in the Black Label with prestige format that I ignore 2 of those dollars.
Yeah, exactly. Like the next one. Catwoman Lonely City #3. We get the final issue of this. First 2 have been great. I've loved them
this
both.
Is 3 of 4.
What? I thought it was a 3 issue. Why would it not be was it always a 4?
That I cannot answer.
What the what?
What in the what?
And I gotta wait 2 to 3 months between issues.
Ooh.
And so it's taken a whole year then to get through all 4. Oh my god. Anyway, I love the first 2 anyway, even though there was a delay.
Have completely soiled since it's not the finale we hating.
I thought I was so excited. I was like, I can't wait to get the final issue. Okay, I wonder if it's always been 4. No, it's driving me nuts. But I love it. It was really good. He did a really great job. So hats off to Cliff Chang, taking both the chores, writing and art. So it's really good stuff. But I really thought it was a 3-issue series.
Moving on.
Is it another Pride Month? Did we not just do Pride thing?
We are still doing. This is the 2021 hardcover, so I don't know if we're taking.
Oh, it was live from last year. Okay.
And yeah, collecting everything.
Okay. Yeah.
Death Metal is being collected as well. That's cool. Fear State being collected.
Another Sandman. What are we doing here?
Nice House on the Lake, Volume 1. That's a cool cover for Nice House on the Lake 7. I love that.
It feels like it's delayed.
Super Pets get a $10 graphic novel.
Yeah. Did you see the preview for that?
I did not.
Trailer?
Apparently the animated series has come in, and I missed that.
Yeah. Looked pretty good.
Ooh, I hate it when they put Mr. Mixoplex on things. They do a little bit of crazy stuff.
What am I looking at?
I just finished 31, and I'm heading to 32, going to Galaxy.
Where'd you see Mixoplick?
If you read about DC Super Pets, but when Mr. Mixoplick arrives in Metropolis with a plan to wreak a little chaos.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I don't know what this Galaxy thing is.
And now we get all the books that DC is phoning in and will barely give a tiny square to. Books like Action Comics, 1041.
A little comic called Action Comics.
Yeah.
Now we're at a healthy 52 pages this week for this month, so that's good.
Dark Knights of Steel 5. Oh, I love that variant.
Oh, the last one was so good.
I've read the first one and loved it.
Yeah. I don't remember what it was. Was it 2 or 3 that I just read? It was really good.
DC versus Vampires is a cool looking cover.
Yeah,
And
that's the better book of between Vampires and the Task Force Z, with the zombies. So the Vampires book is like head and shoulders over the zombie book, I think.
It looks like that's Nightwing in the cover B, but since it's the size of a postage stamp, I can't tell. So I don't know if I'm ordering it.
There's a little plus button up there where you can zoom in.
Yeah. These pictures were made to be gigantic. Yeah, they're not.
I think you might be right, Kyle. The bigger it gets, the more it looks like that might be Nightwing, buddy. As a vampire, he might have got turned.
Yeah. I have that cover.
It's Matina too.
Yeah. Harley Quinn 13 having some really cool covers. Too bad I can't really see them to tell you. I think that's Derek Chu, and I think I like it.
See, we were having some chatter on Twitter too. I think it was Just Joe who was talking about adding a book to his DC slot because he had dropped one and he wanted to put a new DC book out. I was like rattling off some things that I like. He's like, all those are like mini series and Black Label short series or whatever. It's like, what? Give me an ongoing that I can add. I'm like, well, besides Nightwing, I can't. I can't give you an ongoing. I mean, maybe Batman,
maybe Robin, but I'm still not completely sold on that.
I don't know that that's an ongoing. I don't know if that's how long that's. Is that an ongoing?
We're
ongoing?
on 12. But
it doesn't say.
We're at the point where we're getting 4 Nightwing covers.
That is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, Robin is a good one. If it's ongoing, because it's been fun.
Not to be confused with Robins.
Yeah, pass on that one. One Star Squadron is great. I don't know if One Star Squadron is ongoing either. It's probably not. But Mark Russell and Steve Lieber, I read the first one. It was great. I don't think I've read the second one yet. I dropped Refrigerator Full of Heads. Sadly. Son of Kal-El, I'm going to hop back on and check it out a little bit. I was waiting for dumb storyline to get through, and it's okay. It's not Tom Taylor's best. There's that Task Force Z. I'm pretty close to jumping that one. I don't know if it's a mini or not, but it's not great. I don't think. Human Target I like every time I read it. I think I've only read a couple of those, so I'm behind a little bit. Joker's a good one.
Didn't even finish it. I can't remember why. I think something else came up.
I think Joker's really good. Mm-hmm. A really good ongoing. I like that a lot. Is Ram V still doing Swamp Thing? I've heard he's doing a good job on that, but every time I try it, I don't get the best issue.
It's an uphill battle.
More collected editions.
Ooh, reissuing Talon as a collected edition. Hopefully that means they're doing something with that character.
Yeah, that'd be cool, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
They're reissuing some old Super Pits stuff. From what era? I don't even know. Oh, Action 261. Whew, that's a ways back.
Yeah.
Who's Who Omnibus? Those would be fun. Yeah, so I guess Swamp Thing Green Hell is over. I didn't see that at all. It must be over by now. It must have been a 3-issue Black Label that they finished up already. But yeah, good stuff. Lots of stuff in there. A little better than last month, I think.
Yeah.
Kyle, is there anything in there that piques your interest?
Yes, there were some cool things. Of course, Nightwing being a cool thing, and then it's not loading, so that's all.
That is all.
No, I liked. It wasn't Killing Time, but it was World's Finest intrigued me. I was going to do that.
Yeah, I think
I'm skipping the phase, but I was gonna dip into the alpha just to see.
Yeah, I'll do the first one.
We'll
and
dip
then
into
complain
Naomi,
about
I'm
them.
sure.
Yeah.
You're going to follow Joelle Jones onto her book, I'm sure.
No, I
Right,
I stopped reading her Wonder Girl, and yeah, I don't. It just doesn't work for me.
And I'm going to.
I enjoyed her on
for
Catwoman.
Rogues.
I think it was the Catwoman 20-issue arc that like burned me out. I was just like, this story is taking forever. Please stop.
To do it. All right, Drew. Where do we want to go next?
Cover price top 10.
All right, cover price.
Not top 20.
Not top 20.
Are you still there?
Yep, just trying to get that cough out of the way.
You knew it was coming.
Yep. All right, cover price top 10 for January 7th. At rank 10, we're back to Sleepwalker. Still up here, $420 for a CGC 9.8 with no official word yet still. So we're still gambling on this one. Don't get it.
Weird.
Amazing Spider-Man 365, the love for $20.99 is still going crazy. $440 for CGC 9.8. New Avengers 7 from 2005. With Spider-Man No Way Home back in 2021, speculation is now ramping up and focusing on the next MCU release, which is Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. There are rumors that the next film will either introduce Marvel's Illuminati or hint at their introduction or hint at their existence by introducing some key members. First appearances are in this issue, moving 33 copies and a high sale of $300 for CGC 9.8. Ghost Rider 28 from 1992. This book has been hot for a while. However, strong rumors of Norman Reedus cast as Ghost Rider have reignited the Midnight Sun's first cameo. $200 for 9.8, 28 copies. Moving. Spider-Man 2099, the actual number one on his first solo series. $1 book for the longest time. CGC 9.8. $250. Crazy. Incredible Hulk 156 from 1972, and rumors are swirling that Bill Murray will play the obscure Marvel character Krylar in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. The character is from a planet called Kai in the Microverse, and his first and only Marvel appearance. This is a new trend where even the most minor appearances are causing giant jumps. Moving 19 copies, a raw near mint, $150.
What?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah. Star Wars Tales of the Jedi #1. This is a Dark Horse series from 1993. Returning to the list this week, this issue features the first appearance of Ulic Kel Droma and Kay Kel Droma. However, per comicbook.com, new details have emerged that Lucasfilm could be developing another animated project in the form of Star Wars Tales of the Jedi. Images have surfaced online featuring the gift given to employees of Lucasfilm, and its packaging features the logos of projects that the studios have been developing this year. Other sources ran with this, and it moved 71 copies online.
Wow.
Up 182%, and a high sale of $300 for a CGC 9.8.
But just because it's called Tales of the Jedi doesn't mean it's going to be based on Tales of the Jedi from Dark Horse.
Correct.
Right?
We had I think it was book like 41 in the original Marvel Star Wars series was called The Last Jedi. People bought it because it had the same name as the other, but it had nothing to do with it. But it was just a fun coincidence. But it shot out. Miracle Man #1 from 1985. Marvel's timeless #1 was immediately hot last week. However, Marvel's teaser images of the Miracle Man logo with the caption, "How will Miracle Man affect the future of the Marvel Universe?" set collectors racing online to pick up the first Alan Moore issue. Many fans compare this to the mixed reviews of Doomsday Clock series by DC. Regardless, buyers raced online to pick up a copy of Miracle Man #1. 52 copies moving. CGC 9.6 for $90.
I sold all mine. I don't have any of my Miracle Men anymore, so.
Oh, yeah?
But I sold them for way more than that, so it's actually way down. Yeah.
Strange Academy 14. This issue featured the first appearance of Gaslamp, a dark magician who grants wishes with consequences. This new villain has been significant traction and is our runner-up in the list this week, and is already a $25 raw book. 117 copies in the secondary market. And a book we're not allowed to talk about, so let's not even talk about it.
You can talk. Don't be like this. Okay. Don't be petty.
Timeless #1, the Humberto Ramos Miss Minutes variant. Aside from the big build-up to the return of Miracle Man, this introduction of Miss Minutes from Disney Plus Loki into the Marvel Comics universe via this cover made this the hottest book of the week, with 186 copies sold and a high sale of $56 for a raw.
It is pretty.
It is very cool.
What is it, a 125?
I don't actually know if it's ratioed at all. I'll just mess with you. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Well, there's a 1 in 50 that's black and white. And then I think this one I don't remember what the regular one was. I think it might have just been independently orderable.
I doubt it. I mean, we didn't even see this cover.
Yeah.
So we would have seen this during something. So this had to be a late breaking.
It was cover J.
Yeah. So it was definitely a ratio, right?
I would think so.
Now, instead of having a bottom 10 or second 10, we're going to have Cover Price's top 10 books of their top 10s for all of 21. So basically, they're scouring all their lists for the whole year and sharing what bubbled up collectively to the top 10 over the course of 2021. Starting at 10 was Spider-Man 2099 #1 from 1992. It appeared in the top 10 4 times and continues to be hot because of the first for his first book. We at rank #9 we had X-Men #4 from 1992. So another 1992 book. This was Omega Red. What else? What else is in here? No, Omega Red didn't appear in Falcon Winter Soldier or WandaVision, though collectors are still buying this book. So it continues to sell. It sold almost 2,000 copies over the course of the year. Amazing Spider-Man 365, which is the first Spider-Man 2099, was in the top 10 5 times and sold 1,812 copies over the course of the year. At rank 7, we have Ghost Rider #28, the first appearance of the Midnight Suns. From that speculation, it was in the top 10 for 5 different times, and then might return back because of Norman Reedus looking at taking over as a Ghost Rider, which might be cool. I could see that. I could see him doing that. Rank 6, we have Eternals #1 from 1976. This was a very anticipated film. This landed this comic in the top 10 6 different times. Sold higher and higher and higher, and then it kind of dropped off. So it's losing a little bit of value, but it was a big one all last year. Rank #5 is Spawn #1. Continues to sell year after year. Landed in the top 10 6 times and sold 2,724 copies on the secondary market, at least on eBay. Hawkeye #1 from 2016 moved like crazy, landed in the top 10 6 times leading up to the Hawkeye series. And this is the This is the Kate Bishop series, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Captain America number 25 from 2014 comes in at rank 3. And this is the Falcon the as Captain America.
Yes,
so
correct.
this was leading into the Falcon and the Winter Soldier series as well. Doesn't say how many it sold, but it's ranked 3, so it must have sold plenty. Ranked number 2, we have Ultimate Fallout number 4, First Miles Morales. Continues to sell like crazy. Again, no numbers on that. And Nice House on the Lake number 1 tops the list for all of 2021. It sold so well, it stayed in the top 10 for 9 weeks in 2021, making it the number 1 book of the year in cover prices top 10. Very, very, very cool.
Absolutely.
All right, Kyle, let's take a look at
Our FOC.
The FOC, yes.
Yeah, of course, we get a nice little list from our good friends Eric at Cowabunga with our FOC items. FOC is our last little bite at the apple for things we may have missed on previews or want to change. Just our last chance to get books. These ones looks like most of them coming out first couple weeks of February. But we still get one more chance to get these, so if we get them in this weekend. So let's start with our DC books.
What is the up with the cover for Arkham City Order of the World 5? Holy moly.
Derek Chew or regular?
Derek Chew.
Derek Chew's, yeah, that's nuts. That
That's
is a
nice.
wicked one.
Great Matina cover for Batman 120.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting a Jock Foyle cover for Batman 120.
Is that is that Mr. Negative or yeah, that has that no face?
Yeah. And there's that cover for the Dan Hip cover that you hate so much for Batman 120. The one with where he's
Oh, it's so stupid.
he's got his Dayglow Slurpee and pins on his jacket. Oh, you hate that so much.
It's just dumb.
It'll be huge.
I hope not.
Look at all the Batman Catwoman 10. So see, okay, so this is 10. That's be out in 3 weeks or so, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we have 11, and it's gonna be close, Kyle. This is done before Tom King takes on Catwoman again. It's funny.
The Dark Knights of Steel number 4. The Harley cover B is fun. I like that a lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, her as the Bard.
Yeah, makes sense. I think that she was like the court jester, isn't she?
I would assume
the series.
So, yeah.
We've got another Lee Bermejo detective for 1051. That's awesome. That looks really good.
Monkey
Puzzle
Prince.
box. What is it?
Monkey Prince number 1.
Oh, yes, Monkey Prince.
A 12-issue series. They're going to get 12 issues out of Monkey Prince.
Yeah, it might do well. Who knows?
Yeah.
They got a lot of covers for it.
Yep.
That's got to be a Dustin Nguyen cover. Yeah.
The watercolors of the Dustin Nguyen cover. Strange Love Adventures, Yannick Paquette. 8 ludicrous stories of like, love, and loss. This is, of course, our Valentine's Day.
Oh, yeah.
Issue.
DC used to do a bunch of modern romance stuff, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, Golden Age.
All right, getting out of our DC, we have Scout Comics with Playthings number 1, part of their Black Caravan imprint, and that is creepy looking.
I'm adjusting my spreadsheet. See what Marvel has to offer.
We've got Spider-Man 88 Bay, which is beyond.
Devil's Reign 4. There's we get a chance to get that Edge of Spider-Verse Silk that we didn't get. Or is it Spider-Gwen? Edge of Spider-Verse 2 is Spider-Gwen, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's facsimile that you want to pop on for sure.
Yep. It's weird we're getting the facsimile covers of comics that came out with the ability to just grab them.
What do you mean?
Like the original facsimiles were old grails that there was no way we could afford.
Yeah. Well, I think this is $200 plus, isn't it?
Yeah, oh yeah. But like, yeah, we were there.
I get what you're saying though. Yeah, we had the ability to get these. Oh, we're gonna get Maestro World War M. That should be fun. And we're getting a second printing for Moon Knight 6. I'm gonna have to buy that, Kyle. And then a Knock Gwen variant for Moon Knight 8. I'm gonna have to buy 3 freaking Moon Knights.
Yeah, Moon Knight 6 second print's a really cool cover.
It is?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. It doesn't want to load. PRH, what's wrong with you? Yeah, that's nice. I gotta get that. Dang it.
Timeless getting a second printing.
Multiple times.
Yeah, I'm seeing if we've got the what's her face second printing.
That's
Yeah, we're not getting it.
Doing a second print 1 in 50 and a second print 1 in 25. That's nuts.
Yeah. None of them being Miss Minutes. Oh, Miss Minutes is on the 1 in 50. So they'll let you go super deep if you want it for $110 or whatever.
All right. I don't know what all the 7 C's. Oh, these are all trades.
Mm-hmm.
Penguin Random House stuff.
Dark Horse with only 1 floppy comic. Manor, Black Fire in the Blood. From the creators of Harrow County and The Sixth Gun comes the next chapter of this gothic horror fantasy about a family of sorcerers in crisis. So
Look at that new Masters.
Cullen Bunn and Brian Hurt.
Oh, okay. Got that new Masters. That's that. Those African brothers, creators, Shubo and Schaff or whatever.
Oh yeah.
From Image.
We have a 5th printing of Last Ronin #1.
Oh, cool.
And we have a 4th printing of Last Ronin #2. I like that 4th printing of Last Ronin #2. That's awesome.
Primos from AWA is Al Madrigal and Carlo Barberi and Brian Reber on art. Looks pretty good. Most AWA ends up being pretty
You're
good.
over talking about Walking Dead Deluxe?
No, I mean I still read it every single issue. I love it. I mean, but what more can I say? It's still governor stuff. We're still doing Woodbury prison stuff, so it drags on for a while.
Yeah.
I mean, probably nothing really of note until we get Eugene and the 3. Yeah. Is that the next? That's probably the next big one, right? I would guess.
Yeah.
Or maybe Death of Governor. It will be the next big one. I don't know. Heavy metal drummer number 1.
Yeah, I was expecting more. When I click on it, I was sorely.
Gruesome interdimensional conflict between order and chaos.
From Aftershocks Comics, Land of the Living Gods number 1. It's very cool.
What's that about?
Or is that the one that you were telling me? No, that's not the one that you were telling me about. Isaac Mogane and Santos.
Hmm.
A fairy tale of the times in which we find ourselves brought to life by South African writer and producer Isaac Mogijawe and Brazilian artist Santos from Night Shift. Looks pretty cool.
There's a last song getting collected by Black Mask back when they finally finished the damn thing. When I finally got to finish, I think it took 2 years for like 3 or 4 issues to come out, and now it's collected as a trade. What a nightmare. And then what about Speed Republic?
Yeah,
I don't remember that one.
I don't either.
In the future,
Ryan
Europe has
Lindsay.
yeah, Emmanuel Parascandola. In the future, Europe has united under one man, the Autocrat. He rules the apocalyptic landscape, Kyle.
Hey.
From corporate monopolies with a vision of unity that is gospel to some but hollow to others. A little Lazarus stuff in there. Cool.
For fans of Cannonball Run and Hunger Games.
Okay. It's quite the combo. That's it. So I know I've got to decide my Moon Knight orders. I know I'm going to get a facsimile for Edge of Spider-Verse 2, and probably going to get that Maestro World War M number 1. That looks really good. Anything else calling to you from this list, Kyle? Because it's all Marvel for me this
Not
week.
a lot, but I do need what is your pick from it. What is your FOC pick?
I'll
I'm
probably
going
go with the facsimile.
Okay, I'm going with Scout Comics Playthings number 1.
Scout Playthings. I'll go Edge. You'll have to hold this until the new Into the Spider-Verse comes out, when Spider-Gwen blows up again.
Yeah, once you go cray. Pop quiz, Drew. Who is the voice of Spider-Gwen in Edge of Spider-Verse?
Oh, I knew that, and I've forgotten. Who is it?
Haley Steinfeld.
Oh, yep, you told me that.
All right, from FOC, we head on over to our good friends at CBSI, comicbookinvest.com, because they have a top 10 list that we gotta see. So this is the stuff that is just blowing up right here at the moment. They just put this list out today, and we're going to go through it. Drew, let's start at number 1 with Darth Vader, number 1 from 2015. This, folks, is why people have been buying up Star Wars first appearances. As soon as Black Chrysanthemum hit the screen, eBay was cleared out. The A cover tripled in price to almost $45. There are too many variants to list, but in my opinion, the Alex Ross is dope. I agree. At rank 2, we have Darth Vader number 3. Well, if Black Chrysanthemum is now live, Aphra could be close behind. 9.8s are back up to $500 after dropping to $350 for most of this last year. Yeah, we should have been buying them at that price point.
Now, so it's Aphra's in 3?
Darth
Or
Vader
just
3.
is she on the cover
Yes.
of 3?
Both.
But her first appearance is also 3.
Correct.
And then the murder droids are also 3?
Yep, and they're also on the cover.
But they're not earlier than that.
Correct.
That's cool.
At rank 3, we have Spider-Verse number 6 by Jed McKay. This is now a $125 or more raw book. Double what it was a week ago. Not sure there's been anything that really happened to cause this other than the assumptions that these first appearances might be a thing down the road. This is a super high risk, high investment. At rank 4,
Crazy.
we have Thor 20 that just came out. All the covers being lumped together. Obviously, A and B's going for 20 to 25. The one in 25 is 5 times the ratio. God of Hammers, eh? I personally have an affinity for other tools. Maybe the Sawzall, a nice drill. So, who knows if we're going to buy into this one. Did you see the spoiler on that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I saw that. Yeah, so Hammer is a person.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't see like who it was, but what he looked like, but
I'll send you
I knew
the
that.
picture.
It was a thing. I got the comics. So I'm gonna
Okay.
read it.
I'm, to me, it was just like meh, but oh well. At rank 5, Vampirella 113. Several graded copies have sold this week, including all-time highs for 9.6 at $2,000 and a 9.0 at $550. This is not the easiest of books to find, and definitely not easy to find in high grade.
Okay, I don't understand. What's so special about 113? Low print run?
I don't know the answer to that.
Weird.
The Order, number 8, a Marvel book. This jump is because one of those rumors from the Garbage Pail website says that Ezekiel Stain will be in Ironheart. Take that for what it's worth. If you find it for $5, great, because currently it's selling for $30. At rank 7, we have Ultimate Fallout 4. 9.8s have moved back up to $3,300 to $3,500 after having fallen to $2,800 just a couple weeks ago, and as low as not quite $2,200 back in the summer. Honest question: even with the number of copies out there, there are about 3,000 CGC 9.8s and 150 CBCS 9.8s. Can this be a $5,000 book? Can this be a $7,500 book?
Sure.
At rank 8,
Why
we have
not?
Timeless number 1, the Humberto Ramos variant, $45 to $50, up from $30 last week. I think this is probably capped at this point. Still a cool cover, and cool to see them bringing in new characters from the shows into the comics. Department of Truth number 14, the David Sanchez Tupac variant, limited to 500, was $100. Now it's over 150. Great cover for sure. I do just wonder where the cutoff will be for these series that put out 10 or more covers every darn issue. When will we just stop carrying and buying them? Wow, I'm impressed by number 10. Morbius, the Living Vampire number 1, the Scotty Young variant, $85. Did anyone think that some of these SY or Scotty Young baby variants would ever be worth anything? Add this one to the really expensive list.
He was hot at first, right? And then they cooled off.
Yeah.
And so
I've still
this
got
one
a whole
I'm-
bunch that I had to have.
Yeah.
Honorable
look at
mention:
that.
Star Wars number 13 from 2015, the Clayman variant, which is the first cover of Black Chrysanthemum. I know that some people hate the first cover has got to be a key thing, but at this point, it's safe to say that it's kind of how things are going. $15 and more already. And the other honorable mention: Crypt of Terror number 17. Sales this week of a 5.0 for $8,400. Smashed all other sales ever for this book, other than a 9.6 Gaines copy that sold for $8,900 in 2015. Such a simple yet very well done Johnny Craig cover.
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm not spending that.
No.
Better them than me.
All right, Drew, it is time to look at our sneak peek at next week. We've dabbled in the past. We've caught up for lost time for the weeks that we skipped. Now it's time to tell people about the future, what they need to go into their local comic book shops this coming Tuesday and Wednesday to pick up. We are unable to, again, use Previews World because they are hot garbage in a big, small tub.
Yeah, so let's start in Lunar and look at some of the DC stuff. The Batgirls number 2. I really enjoyed that first issue. It's finding its way. I think it's got potential to be really good. I hope so. I like the art style. It's different.
You liked the Batman Urban Legends 11 Batmite on cover B, which is kind of cool.
Cover B. Oh, nice. That is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a big fan. I'm a big fan of Lee Bermejo. I like a lot of his stuff. There's that Detective Comics 1048. Hey, we may have picked that as a FOC pick a while ago. Is that possible?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if we did or not. Looks familiar.
We definitely looked at him for a while.
Hyper Thick from Scout.
Man, I'm just not into any of these. I don't know what it is today.
I don't know how you can't be. It's so good. The Joker covers are fantastic. The Francesco Mattina, I Am Batman 5. Look at that. How are you not digging that?
Yeah.
Seen it all too much, I guess.
I think so. I think I'm just overloaded with it.
Justice League versus the Legion.
Yeah, that's an interesting cover.
Jamming a lot of characters on there. Robin and Batman. It's so confusing. All these storylines. My God. So many Robins. So many Robins.
Not to be confused with Robin or Robins or Robin and Batman.
That's just good. That just further reinforces what a dumb move it was for them to slot that.
But it won our Twitter poll.
It just doesn't. Such a dumb move. All right, let's slide over to where are we going? Fresh Comics.
Comics.us.
Yes. So Diamond is down. What a surprise. They don't pay their server bills or something. And so we're going to try to find what's coming out on the 12th at Fresh Comics. Looking at Dark Ages number 4, it looks pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a Devil's Reign spinoff, Superior 4 number 1. It looks good.
These She-Hulk covers are good.
Yeah, I thought the art term was pretty good.
Yeah, the Adam Hughes is, of course, the cream will rise to the top. That'll be the one.
I don't know. I don't think that's his best work.
Doesn't matter.
But people are nuts.
Still says Adam Hughes at the bottom.
Yes, that's true.
Star Wars High Republic Eye of the Storm number 1. It's a good cover. In which we reveal the true origins of Markio Ro, the Eye of the Nile, and sworn enemy of the Jedi Order, in which the lie at the heart of his family is exposed, in which the doom of the High Republic begins with a single kill.
This Thing book has been fun. Issue 3's out.
It's a good cover. I like that boxing cover.
Wastelander's Black Widow. I've been reading these. Like about 2 out of every 3 so far.
Yeah.
That's my record.
2 out of 3 times it works.
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Yeah.
Like the evil Ernie homage to Nirvana's Nevermind.
Yeah.
Been done a lot, but still good.
I am creeped out by Panther number 1, the Saracena Virgin cover. It's a little too anthropomorphic.
Yeah. Rain number 1 from Image is... Let's see if I can get there without blowing this thing up. Chris Ryall and Ashley Wood's Syzygy Publishing imprint.
Say that again?
Syzygy? Syzygy. Syzygy. I'm guessing. It's a 5-issue presentation.
of a novella by Joe Hill. So, could be good.
Yeah. Spawn Scorched #1, having all kinds of cool covers. The
Let's get hot, you think?
The Capullo involves everybody there. It has the chance to, but what it is, it's like $5.
Yeah.
$5.99. See, that kills it. I think it would have a chance if it weren't for the price tag.
That doesn't make any sense. Like, why does he sell Spawn at $2.99, and then his spin-offs are
he's not
crazy?
writing these. Sean Lewis is writing this.
Oh, I gotcha.
Stillwater on 12. That Texas Blood second trade is out.
Good Agent on 8.
Yep.
Undiscovered Country on 18. I dropped off of that book. And then on the third issue of What's the Furthest Place from Here, which has been really good. The first 2 issues have been great.
We got a Boss cover and a Boo cover.
Quad #1. We liked that back at the FOC
well, it's
round.
based off of a Terra, and I mean, Quad is an existing property, so you would have had to have read a few other things, I believe, to really understand it. If I'm wrong on that, let me know. Critical Role, Tales of Exandria, The Bright Queen #3. I will be reading this for no other reason than I want to know this story.
Action Lab, putting out Action Lab stuff. Second Sight with Rockabilly Monsters #1 and Menagerie Declassified.
These Damn Kids #2 from Second Sight is a cool looking cover.
Yeah, I'm curious about the Second Sight. I might have to take another look at their FOC offerings. Seven Seas is all anime, right?
Yep.
Or manga.
Star Wars High Republic issue 12. I'm sorry, High Republic Adventures issue 12, which we talked about, is wrapping up its IDW run here very soon. And then being forked over to, who was it again? Dark Horse? Back to Dark Horse, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Viz is also manga. Boom is irrelevant.
Scout offering Distorted #1, Kinjira #1, and Tales Told in Techni Horror.
What'd you call it?
Distorted looks pretty good. Looks more like my speed. What's it about? It's Salvatore Vivenzio and Gabriella Valzoni. Somewhere in the world there's someone. So I saw that Sopranos prequel. Someone feels different special curse who's losing their mind right now. You're not alone. Take James. He would like to run away from his parents and from a life that doesn't belong to him. On the other hand, Tom is forced to face his past and hunt down his own kind. They are 3 people whose superpowers are more like a burden. In this world, there are no superheroes. Kind of neat.
Yeah.
We Ride Titans from Vault
Kaiju,
Comics.
Kaiju book.
Another Kaiju book?
Yep. Billy the Kit #4 coming out on time from Blue Juice. They did not lie to us.
Nope.
That's it. That's all I got.
Okay. Well, I'm torn. Was thinking about that Harley cover from Detective, but I think I may have picked that as an FOC.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember. So I think I'll go with Distorted from Scout.
I can't remember. I had one in my head, and I do not remember what it was for the life of me.
So Scout got 2 picks.
Yeah. Good on him. Oh, it was that Star Wars book from Marvel. Duh.
What was it called? Star
Eye of the
Wars.
Storm or something Storm or...
It was the number 1.
Yeah, it was the number 1. Thought during a flashback we may get some tie-in stuff. Star Wars, High Republic, Eye of the Storm, number 1.
So is it an IDW book?
Nope, that is the Marvel one.
Okay. It's hard to keep track, man.
Oh, trust me, I know. All right, it's very good to be back. We missed y'all during our 2-week hiatus, our 2-week sabbatical, if you will. But we are back at it. We gave you a couple of nice little hours there, hopefully, that you enjoyed. It's been fun to catch up with everything, and we hope you made it this far into the cast to the end with us. 2022 is going to be an awesome year. Post 700 episodes is going to be an awesome time, so we thank you much. 700, Drew. Congratulations, buddy.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
That's amazing.
So for Drew and for myself, see ya.